Okay, so I know I don't really talk about anime on this channel, right? I hear you. I do a lot of manga and a lot of One Piece. I get it, but I mean, I have the box set, so it's kind of like manga if you really think about it. But I just got done watching the season finale of Demon Slayer, and Ufotable, they were just spending money this season. Okay, so I haven't read the manga for Demon Slayer or anything like that. I watched the first season of the anime, the Mugen Train movie, and then season 2 of Demon Slayer, which was basically Mugen Train and the Entertainment District arc. I really liked the first season of Demon Slayer. The Mugen Train, I was like, Rengoku's awesome. Like, that part is awesome. But the actual movie, I'm middle of the road about. So I had kind of been putting off watching season 2 because, I don't know. Have you ever had like an anime where you're way into it in the beginning and then something happens, like life happens, something happens, and you're just like, you know what? To the side. That's kind of what happened with Demon Slayer with me. I'm sorry. Immediately, I'm going to apologize. I should not have done that. But then I kept hearing on the internet and by people that I know, people that I didn't even know watched anime in my life, were talking about Demon Slayer. That's how popular this show is right now. And I was like, oh, I should probably check it out. You know, give it a shot. Boy, that Entertainment District arc. I think Demon Slayer is going to go down as one of this like generation of anime. When I say generation, I mean like you had like Naruto, Bleach, Dragon Ball. That was kind of one generation. My Hero Academia was kind of its own generation. And I kind of put Demon Slayer with Jujutsu, Attack on Titan. Well, I guess Hero Academia goes in there too. So this generation of anime. And I think Demon Slayer is going to be the one that's going to get people into anime. Especially this season. And while I might not gravitate character-wise to stuff in Demon Slayer where I'm like, oh, this is the best characters I've ever seen. You cannot tell me. That animation, the budget for this, full disclosure, I haven't watched Attack on Titan. I want to, I just haven't started it yet. So maybe, you know, that from what I've seen, and I do keep up with like the big ones and a lot of the small ones. My Dress Up Darling. That could be a whole video in and of itself. I have gone down a hole with that show. When I say production value, I think everything works together. The voice acting, the animation. I mean, look at this scene. What? How much money you spend on that? You thought it would tell me. You might take down my videos because I'm using clips of the anime. So at least like message me. And how much? It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. When I'm saying I think it will get people into anime, I think nothing can touch it with the production value. And what I mean by that is the voice acting, the music, the animation, the visuals, all of it working coherently. And even the story is not super dense to where it would put people off. It's not Serial Experiments Lane. You know what I mean? Like, it's not Wonder Egg Priority. It's not going to put people off. And I think that makes for a perfect recipe for the anime that's going to get people that don't watch anime into anime. I have said anime so much. Because again, I'm not going to use the music because I feel like the music is 100% going to get copywritten. So I'm gonna put some music, other music over this scene. If you walked into a Best Buy, do people go to Best Buy? I go to Best Buy every once in a while. But it's one of those, if you saw on a TV somewhere randomly in the world, you would stop and look at it because it's that striking. I mean, I can't get over the animation. I just don't think anything touches it right now. Like, I'm trying to think. Jujutsu's close, but if you put the ending fight with the brother-sister demons of Demon Slayer, the last, like, 2-3 episodes, really the 2 episodes before the last episode, because the last episode was kind of wrapping everything up, and we'll get to that last episode here in a minute. But if you put those 2 episodes against, like, the final fight of Jujutsu or the Todo fight of Jujutsu, visually, I think Demon Slayer takes it. The crazy part, here's the crazy part, because now that we're a little into the video, and if you're still watching, thank you, and you haven't clicked off, I can actually say my true feelings. I'm not the biggest Demon Slayer fan. I know what you're saying. Listen, I get it. I just really like this color and this sweatshirt. But no, in reality, I'm not the biggest Demon Slayer fan. I actually have never really been grabbed by any of the characters. Like none of the characters I have really fallen in love with. But, dude, if you have fallen in love with one of the characters, or if you like the story that Demon Slayer is, you must think this is the greatest anime in the last 5 years. You have to think that, because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that the story is great, but I still would put it up in the top anime of the last 5 or so years, 10 years maybe. So if you're loving the story, you're thinking this is the greatest thing ever. And that makes sense, because no one can touch it on how it looks, the animation, the fight choreography. And when I say choreography, I think Jujutsu does it really well too. But like when Tanjiro fights, flips, and Nezuko breaks, I mean, whatever, I'm using clips in this video. It'll probably get taken down. So here's the clip. But that's what I mean with choreography of fights. And the music and the sound effects and everything. Ufotable is working at top levels. And then something crazy happened with me. The final 3 episodes of the Entertainment District arc turned me from a person that didn't really think much of the story it was trying to tell, and then it hits you with the backstory of those brother and sister demons. I wasn't expecting it. Then I kind of got mad, because I feel like Demon Slayer has the potential and has the world set up to tell stories that are deeper than it's trying to tell. And I get that it's trying to be like a shonen anime. It's doing a fantastic job of it. But the thing that always bummed me out was, I feel like when it had an emotional scene or a really cool fight scene, it always cut to comedy. It always cut to, Zenitsu doing something, or it was just weird editing in the anime, even through this Entertainment District arc. But the emotions were full force in these last 3 episodes. It's crazy that they did such a 180 for the final bits of this season. And then it got me thinking, if this is how it's going to go in season 3, like a full year from now when that comes out, the wait. Oh. But if it can do that, if it can truthfully turn and have a deep emotional story with its animation and its amazing fight scenes and the amazing world, I'll be honest with you. Like, the water breathing and I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, the Hinakami Kagura? I feel like that was close. If it can pull all its production value and also hit you with a story where it makes you care about the characters, Demon Slayer could be on the road to an all-time classic. Could be. Has the ability to do it. And some people watching this video right now might be like, dude, it's already a classic. I totally understand what you mean. I totally understand where you're coming from. I think it could become something that if you were trying to get a non-anime fan into this, you could show it. But it could actually be, like, good. I know I'm going to get hate for this, but hear me out before you angrily dislike and click the video, click off the video. Please hear me out first, because I don't mean any disrespect. You can see behind me before I say this. Hold on. Where is it? You can see behind me. I have like a Goku poster, and I have all of the manga of Dragon Ball. So before I say this, please, Dragon Ball is an anime of its time, and it does show its age. It's tough to watch now. I feel like if I was hanging out with somebody that did not have the nostalgia for Dragon Ball, I couldn't show them Dragon Ball Z. The pacing is different than what they're used to now. The TikTok generation, I guess, is the best way to put it. But it would be hard for someone without nostalgia, I think, for Dragon Ball Z to hold up. I still think it has its good moments, but I have nostalgia for it. I can never judge it as a person that has never seen it until 2022. It's impossible for me to say that. I cannot do it. My Hero Academia, I think, was the anime you showed to people to get them into anime, especially with Marvel and DC and superheroes being huge. I think Hero Academia came out in the perfect time to become the populous anime. I think Hero Academia has fallen off the last few seasons. That's my opinion. I don't feel strongly either way, to be honest, but I do think it has fallen off a little bit. But you always have this complaint. Perfect complaint is, me and a buddy tried to show his girlfriend Yu Yu Hakusho. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. I think Yu Yu Hakusho is in my top 5 favorite animes of all time. Truthfully, I really do. It's a great show. The immediate complaint was, what's this animation? What's this 4x3? Nobody wants to watch something in 4x3. Just throws them off. But with an anime like Demon Slayer, the production value is crazy. I know you're like, you've said this 20 times. What else do you like about it? You just keep saying production value. But there has to be something said for, it looks pretty. I think Demon Slayer, truthfully, has skated by on, boy, that looks amazing. Like, yes, it's had good bits and pieces, but what I'm saying is it stayed in the conversation because it's like, yeah, but UFO table, ufotable, however you want to say it. That season finale, you cared about the brother-sister demon. You cared about them. Don't lie to yourself. I know you're like, I didn't care. You did, though. Because they grew up together, and the brother finally was like, maybe if I didn't raise her, she could have had a life. And he tried to basically get her to go to heaven, and they went to hell together. I mean, if they can start having actual character moments in this show, the sky is the limit. Because the one thing that I personally have always thought that Demon Slayer was missing was it had small character moments, but it always was undercut by comedy, or the focus was on like the fighting and the action. And I believe that the character development was lacking in it. Which is not a bad thing. It was a shonen anime, and it was pretty to look at, and I was like, oh, I was still cool. I was still there for it. But if it combines character moments and the production value at the level it's at now, I think it could go down as one of the classic animes of all time. I know that's a huge statement. You're like, hey, there's a lot of anime out there. You're just now getting into this anime life last year. Hold what you're saying. Hold your tongue. Trust me, I get it. I'm not the most knowledgeable. If you want like knowledge about anime, go ask my buddy Rex. He's Mr. Retro Anime. That dude devoted his life to anime. I'm not that guy. But what I can say from a person getting into anime and manga and all this for the last year, it has its place as a popular, great-looking shonen anime. If you think about, at least here in America, if you think about how people got into anime, and that's the question that I want to ask you. Say down in the comments below, what was the anime that got you into anime? Because I bet, I have nothing to bet, but I would imagine 80% of you are going to say it's a shonen anime. I might go as far as to say 80% of you would say One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. You might get a few Bleach in there. You might get a few My Hero Academias in there. You might get some Black Clovers in there, but I feel like that's pushing it. I feel like you know what anime is before you watch Black Clover. But then you start branching out, just like myself. Dude, look at me. I'm excited for the next episode of My Dress Up Darling. There, I said it. It's out in the world now. It's a good show. A little ecchi. Very ecchi. Now. Whew. Episode 6. But I'm kind of excited about episode 7. But that's what happens is you get in from a popular show and it has its place. And right, you're just like me. Sooner or later, you're that popular show that got you into anime. You'll always have a special place in your heart. It'll always be close to you. You will branch out and figure out like, oh, it might not be in my top 5 favorite animes of all time anymore. Like Dragon Ball Z is not in my top 5. But it's the reason that I'm here. Zoids is not in my top 5. But I watched it on Toonami growing up. You know? And I just think, because I do see a lot of people on the internet to hate on Demon Slayer because it's like, oh, it's so, popular, blah, blah. You have to judge with your eyeballs. You can't say it doesn't look great and there isn't money being thrown on that screen. And you can't say it's not a fun show. You have a good time watching. I got some chills when the certain music cues hit and that animation is hitting and maybe a little character drama in the middle of this fight is happening, or when the boys Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tanjiro were cutting off the demons' heads in the second to last episode. I'm getting chills right now just thinking about it. You're gonna tell me right now you didn't have chills? You're lying to yourself. One, it got me thinking, is shonen or super big animes that are popular, are they bad? Inherently, are they bad? Or do we need the popcorn anime to introduce people in mass to a really entertaining and I think can tell some of the deepest story? A Silent Voice. The movie of A Silent Voice is incredible. It's incredible. You put that up there with any movie, dude, I think it might win. Like, you put that up there with any live action drama movie, I think that movie wins. I don't know. I love that movie. But yeah, it got me thinking about, can a show survive on production value and being super popular? And really, to be honest with you, I just wanted to get on here and be like, hey, have you seen the last little bit of Demon Slayer? It's amazing. Because it's amazing. You should watch it. If you were like me and you were like, season 1 was pretty good. Mugen Train didn't grab me like it did everybody else. Go watch the Entertainment District arc. I think it's some of the best anime out there right now. And I hope you give it a chance like I did, because I think you will have a good time with it. Again, it might not be in your top 5 of all time. Oh! That got me thinking of another question. On the fly. It's going to be a weird edit in this video. Another thing that this got me thinking about, and this kind of comes back to the main thing that I do on this channel. I bought the box set of Demon Slayer. I haven't read any of it. I'm a little nervous. Since I'm not huge into the characters of Demon Slayer, really what I come to is the music and the animation and the fight scenes and the choreography of the fight. I'm more about the production value because, I haven't said that 1,000 times in this video. I wonder if I'm going to like the manga. I'm really nervous that the stuff that I really love about the anime, since it's not in the manga, if I'm just going to think the manga is bad. I'm really nervous to start reading Demon Slayer. So let me know in the comments below if you have watched the anime and you're like, hey man, the manga's not that great. Or maybe it's the flip side. Maybe you're like, yeah, anime is okay, but that manga is really something special. Which do you prefer, the manga or the anime of Demon Slayer? Because I am real nervous about starting it, because I don't want to hate it. I don't want to not like it. I think it's got its merits, you know what I mean? But yeah, I know this is a different video. It's kind of like a review for the final arc of Demon Slayer. My review is that animation, amazing. The production value, amazing. Characters, all right. I did not like Zenitsu, like the being ugly for a girl, and I don't know, that comedy did not work for me in the least. It was actually Zenitsu annoying. There you go, I said it. I don't think that's really like a hot take, you know what I mean? I feel like Zenitsu is the least. Inosuke though, A+. Tanjiro, Nezuko, good. The rest are fine. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's kind of like a review of Demon Slayer, but also it really just got me thinking about popular anime and do we need them to get people into anime? Do we need the popcorn shonen normal anime? Or another flip side, do you think you could get somebody into anime with like a silent voice? Or Your Lie in April? Or I Want to Eat Your Pancreas? I don't know if that was an anime. It's a great manga. I can't remember if it was made into an anime or not. Like I said, this was a totally different video. I just got done watching that final episode and it kind of changed my mind. And I was like, I wonder what other people think. So I hopped in front of this camera and this is what this video is. But yeah, if you've made it to the end of this video, you're amazing. Like, this has really just been me rambling about stuff. I actually just turned on this camera. I didn't really know where this was going. So I wonder if I'm editing this, I can actually piece it together, make it into an actual video. We will see. But yeah, in closing, Demon Slayer this season was incredible. I can't wait for the next season. And I appreciate you guys wholeheartedly for always supporting the channel and supporting the videos. It's so cool to have people to talk to about stuff that I'm into, because I've really never had that. So thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time.